my hands on myself. We go dust them off, put them back up on the shelf. Kiss my little baby girl is in need. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Got another mouth to feed. Leave it with the babies till the mama call the grave digger. Gone with the fallen leaves. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might have had your fill, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. We could fight a war for peace. Give in to that easy living, goodbye to my hopes and dreams. Stop flipping for my enemies. We could wait until the walls come down. It's time to give a little to the kids in the middle. Oh, till it falls, won't bother me. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. Yeah, your lovers and a bitch for my heart to eclipse now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Might have had your fill, but I feel it still. If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way you like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. I believe that you're for me. I feel it in our energy. I see us written in the stars. We can go wherever, so let's do it now or never, baby. Nothing's ever too far. Glitter in the sky, glitter in our eyes, shining just the way we are. I feel like we're forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's get lost on Mars. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. Yeah, 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 yeah. My love is like a rocket, watch it blast off. And I'm feeling so electric, dance on our off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. My love is like a rocket, watch it blast off. And I'm feeling so electric, dance my ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. So you can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me.
How can I say what I'm feeling if I don't know how to move? How can I say what I believe in if I only believe in you? I travel many roads, and I know what road to choose. Now my world is never changing. There's anything I can do, 'cause I found you. I found you. 'Cause I found you. I found you. 'Cause I found you. 'Cause I found you. How can I say what I'm feeling if I don't know how to move? How can I say what I believe in if I only believe in you? I travel many roads, and I know what road to choose. Now my world is never changing. There's anything I can do, 'cause I found you. I found you. 'Cause I found you. I found you. 'Cause I found you. 'Cause I found you. I found you. I found you. I found you. 'Cause I found you. I found you. 'Cause I found you. I found you.
I wanna follow where she goes. I think about her and she knows it. I wanna let it take control. 'Cause every time that she gets close, yeah, she pulls me in enough to keep me guessing. And maybe I should stop and start confessing. Confessing, yeah. Oh, I've been shaking. I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibitions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation. Manipulate my decisions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. She says that she's never afraid. just picture everybody naked. She really doesn't like to wait. Not really into hesitation. Pulls me in enough to keep me guessing. And maybe I should stop and start confessing. Yeah. Oh, I've been shaking. I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibitions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation, manipulate my decisions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. Cause if we lost our minds and we took it way too far, I know we'd be alright. I know we would be alright if you were by my side. And we stumbled in the dark, I know we'd be alright. I know we would be alright. Cause if we lost our minds and we took it way too far, I know we'd be alright. I know we would be alright if you were by my side. We stumbled in the dark, I know we'd be alright. We would be alright. Oh, I've been shaking. I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibitions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation, manipulate my decisions. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back. I feel so free when you're with me, baby. Baby, there's nothing holding me back.
It's too hard to sleep. I got the sheets on the floor, nothing on me. And I can't take it no more, it's 100 degrees. I got 1 foot out the door, where are my keys? Cause I gotta leave, yeah, in the back of the cab. I took the drive ahead of time, get me the fast. I got your body on my mind, I want it bad. Ooh, just the thought of you gets me so high, so high. Girl, you the one I want to want it. And if you want me, girl, you got me. There's nothing I know I wouldn't do, just to get up next to you. Girl, you the one I want to want it. And if you want me, girl, you got me. There's nothing I know I wouldn't do, just to get up next to you. Just to get up next to you. You open the door, wearing nothing but a smile, fell to the floor. And you whisper in my ear, baby, I'm yours. Ooh, just the thought of you gets me so high, so high. Girl, you the one I want to want it. And if you want me, girl, you got me. There's nothing I know I wouldn't do, just to get up next to you. Girl, you the one I want to want it. And if you want me, girl, you got me. There's nothing I know I wouldn't do, just to get up next to you. Just to get up next to you. Just the thought of you gets me so high, so high. Ooh, just the thought of you gets me so high, so high. Girl, you the one I want to want it. And if you want me, girl, you got me. There's nothing I know I wouldn't do, just to get up next to you. Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody,
Would everyone please rise for the singing of our national anthem? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good afternoon. Let's give another round of applause to our soloist, Kian Begzadev. Kian performed at our last in-person graduation in 2019. He's graduating with degrees in voice performance and material science and engineering. Thank you, Kian. Welcome to Crisis Center and the graduation ceremony of the class of 2022E. Okay, where are my electrical engineers? Where are my electrical, oh, there you are, okay. All right, well, obviously, they know a lot about signal-to-noise ratio. For those who don't, signal-to-noise ratio is a measure of clarity or communication effectiveness, quantified in decibels. But you don't have to be an EECS or even an engineer to appreciate the broader concept. Consider these examples. Twitter, lots of signals, lots of noise. You, when you're studying the day before finals, few signals, little noise. Political commercials on election day, well, you decide. You get the idea. As you transition to work or grad school, government service, or some other challenge, give some thought to your balance of signals and noise. Noise has its place. Say you're at Michigan Stadium on a Saturday when we're up 2 touchdowns in Ohio State, you know? What do you think? Some noise, right? Good. Sometimes noise and passion can convey what data analysis cannot. If you don't believe me, recall some of the louder discussions you've had with classmates when your citing data didn't convince them. And let's face it, occasionally it can be amusing to watch 2 people arguing with each other on cable news or reality TV or the blogosphere. Even we engineers have guilty pleasures. And a certain amount of noise should be expected in a free society. But when the signal drowns out important signals, for example, tonight when the music is so loud that you can't talk to your best friend next to you, well, maybe we can make an exception for that. But when your noise is generating only heat when you're trying to shine a light, or your noise is so loud you're putting other people or yourself in danger, it might be time to conduct a decibel check. According to technical consultant Robert Sheldon and research analyst John Burke, when the signal-to-noise ratio is a negative number, meaning the noise is greater than the signal, quote, a reliable communication is nearly impossible, and steps should be taken to increase the signal level, decrease the noise, or implement a combination of both, end of quote. So let me quickly give you, free of charge, ways to do each in case you find yourself or a colleague struggling to communicate. Option 1, increase your signal. The next time you are supremely frustrated because someone clearly doesn't understand what you are obviously thinking, try this, tell them. What may appear obvious to us is not to others, and that is to be expected. We each form our beliefs and points of view from our unique perspectives and life experiences. Sometimes, especially those of us who are introverts, expect our thoughts to do all of the work. In other words, we send a weak signal. Option 2, decrease your noise. Perhaps you've heard that you can't spell listen without the letters you need to spell silent. It's hard to listen when you're not silent. Sometimes because on faulty assumptions, because you temporarily set aside your Michigan engineering global perspectives and didn't rely on your equity-centered work framework, you invite yourself into an argument that does not actually exist. The other person actually may be in violent agreement with you. Seek to understand other people first before you seek to be understood. Otherwise, signals can get crossed. Option 3, increase your signal and decrease your noise. How can you do both? Wait. At least 5 seconds before you post or you hit send. Why? Because that might be just enough time for you to change one word that makes all the difference so you can maximize your signal and minimize your noise. In that 5 seconds, you might realize that you're about to send the wrong signal to the wrong person. It happens, well, even the dean in an arena of 8,000 gets signals. And right now, I'm being signaled to wrap it up. Follow my example. Pay attention to the signals. Make sure you're more than a noisemaker. And remember, in the immortal words of Albert Einstein, if people only talked about what they understood, the earth would be a very quiet place. Congratulations, class of 22. Now go ahead, make some noise and go blue. The administrators of the college, including the executive committee, associate deans, department chairs, and program directors, serve in various capacities to help the College of Engineering pursue its vision, mission, values, strategic pillars, and people-first framework. All of our outstanding faculty members also are vital to upholding the college's excellent reputation and making possible your impactful student experience. Where the college's administrative leadership and all other faculty members stand as you are able. Thank you. You may seat. I'd like to make one special acknowledgement. The last 2 years have created challenges for everyone. Those in our community who graduated during that time did not have the opportunity to celebrate in person one of the milestones of their lives. Last year, the university and college did host virtual ceremonies for the class of 2021. However, with little lead time, no such option was available for the class of 2020. Next week, we will celebrate 2020 graduates with university and college events. But let's take a moment now to salute graduates of the class of 2020. A tradition of the college's commencement ceremony is to hear from a student. This year's student is Khalif Adegehi. Khalif is a cum laude graduate in mechanical engineering. While at Michigan, he has founded a student project team through Optimize, a campus social innovation hub that created Sunrise, a mental health app. He served as program advisor between the Alumni Association and the Dearborn campus, participated on a mechanical engineering student advisor hiring committee and a DEI strategy committee, and earned his department's Spirit Award for his leadership. He has worked in sustainability technology private equity, and this summer will begin his career with Microsoft in Seattle. Khalif, please come forward.
Thank you. Before I begin, I want to ask all my fellow graduates to do one last assignment with me. On the count of 3, I want all of us together to take a deep breath in. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And out. With that breath, recognize that all the hard work was worth it. We did it, we're here, we graduated. I know we're feeling a lot right now. Excitement for beginning the next chapter of our lives, relief that classes are over and we finally completed our final, and sorrow as we say goodbye to the amazing friends we met along the way. How we got to this moment varies from different states, some from different countries, from wealthy backgrounds to poor. Our journeys of how we got here differ, but at this time, in this place, recognize that we are all one and the same, graduates. To start, I would like to thank a few people. My friends Liz and Gigi, thank you for being my co-editors on the speech. Couldn't do it without you. This speech was being held ransom if I didn't shout them out, so here you go. Next, my older sister, Ayana. Coming from a low-income household, the idea of attending this university was, to be blunt, unrealistic. This failed to stop her. As the first in our family to attend the University of Michigan, my sister broadened my vision of what was possible. After high school, I very nearly avoided college, not believing I could succeed in engineering classes. My sister's example inspired me to believe in myself. Yana, thank you for being the trailblazer and raising the bar of what's possible. I will see you in Seattle. The last person I have to thank is, predictably, my mom. Everybody say, hi, Mom. My mother embodies the definition of ambition, working full-time as a single parent alongside earning her associate's, bachelor's, master's, and postgrad in nursing. Throughout my life, my mother has taught me that my potential is limitless. If it is a child's duty to surpass her parents, I know it would be great if my mom is the one preceding me. Mom, you are my superhero, and I hope I can live up to your example. I love you. As bumpy and rigid as the roads of Michigan, my journey to the present moment was certainly rough. Transferring from the Dearborn campus in 2020 and adjusting to living alone in a new city while social distancing was demanding. This demand was exacerbated by the suicide of a close friend shortly into my time here. Distraught by his death, I strove to develop a mental health app to prevent such situations from occurring again. This time solidified my realization that engineering goes far beyond innovation for innovation's sake. Engineering is innovation to make our lives better. Engineering is a tool we use to build a better future for everyone. From my view on this stage, I'm looking at some of the brightest minds of the 21st century. Being graduates of a world-class engineering program, we are well positioned to shape a more hopeful future. Clean energy, medical breakthroughs, globally equitable technology distribution. All of these and more will be advanced by the amazing graduates in this room. Yet our potential extends beyond typical engineering applications. Our problem-solving abilities will be preeminent to societal issues as well, lending to dismantling systemic racism, patriarchy, and wealth inequality. Going forward, it is crucial to recognize the power we hold and the influence we will have on the world around us. With all this talk of our potential, I know there is an underlying emotion that has sparked within us graduates. Fear. Fear that you won't live up to the world resting on your shoulders. Fear that your passion to change the world does not match your ability to do so. Fear that our hopes and dreams are just that, dreams. Know that you are not alone in this feeling. I speak so in depth on this fear because I felt it myself. Standing here now, I recognize this fear as misleading, and I encourage you all to do the same. I felt much of this fear when I was making the mental health app, worried that if it wasn't good enough, I would be insulting the death of my friend. My mother and sister battled this unknown as well, facing challenges they had no experience with and striving through impossible odds. By triumphing through adversity, I've come to realize that inaction in the face of uncertainty is far worse than underperformance. This graduating class has overcame and performed in the face of this uncertainty before. We did not know what to expect at the beginning of the pandemic and quickly adapted to an entirely foreign style of learning, yet we succeeded anyways. We've prospered through the unpredictable as novices. Now we move on to become the experts of the future. Despite all of our brilliance, the idea of becoming extraordinary can be very intimidating. The thought of going from a normal college student to a figure of change later is jarring, to say the least. Between the COVID pandemic, murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and constant threat of climate change, the past 4 years have proven that the world moves faster than we realize. I myself feel this desire to live below my potential, to blot out the problems of the world around me and live to meet my needs, nothing more and nothing less. To push past this defeatist mindset, I formed a model to live by, to keep me steadfast in an uncertain world. I wish to leave you all with this sentiment. While it is not our fault, it is our responsibility. We did not create the mass pollution that led to global warming. We did not facilitate the spread of COVID-19. And we do not intentionally perpetuate bigotry as a product of the racist and sexist society we were born into. Yet, it is our responsibility as young, creative, brilliant engineers to solve these problems. We hold the weight of the world on our shoulders. This is certain. I only ask of you all to realize that we're strong enough to carry it. Thank you.
Thank you, Khalif. Excellent work. Our keynote speaker is a leader of a great university, a scholar of the highest regard, and a friend and indeed a former faculty member of Michigan Engineering. This month, President Martha Pollack celebrates 5 years as the president of Cornell University. She has shepherded Cornell through a pandemic of historic significance. During these challenging times, the university has opened 2 new residential halls with rooftop solar panels, including Toni Morrison Hall, which will help lower energy costs to about 45% below industry standards, and the university has launched a new school of public policy, among many other achievements. An expert in artificial intelligence, she is a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science, Association for Computing Machinery, Association for the Advancement of Artificial Intelligence, and 2 days ago was elected a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. Prior to Cornell, here at the University of Michigan, she served in roles including the University Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dean of the School of Information, and a faculty member in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. Please give a hearty welcome back to a member of the Michigan family, President Martha Pollack.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2022 engineers. And let me add my congratulations to everyone who's here with today's graduates. You deserve a shout out as well. Graduates, thank your family, friends, whoever's here with you. It is really great to be back in Ann Arbor, where, as Dean Gallimore said, I spent just short of 17 very happy years. And it's been great to get the chance to do something I haven't done in more than 5 years, and that's break out my maize and blue wardrobe. Now, I know all you see is my Cornell robes in their carnelian and white, but take my word for it, underneath I'm wearing maize and blue. And it is fantastic finally to have the chance to take Dean Gallimore up on an invitation that I accepted from him more than 2 years ago. The pandemic intervened, of course, and a lot has changed since then. And as I say that, you might be getting a little nervous about what's coming next and whether you're going to be spending the next 15 minutes listening to me talk about all the ways the pandemic has changed us. That might be a good talk, but not today. In fact, right now might be the perfect time to reassure you all definitively that today I will not be talking about the pandemic or the lessons of the pandemic or even about engineering in a post-pandemic world. In fact, you might be pleased to learn that my comments will not contain any of the following words or phrases which I'm as tired of saying as you are of hearing. Unprecedented, uncertain, new normal, social distancing, public health, Zoom meeting, virtual event, super spreader event, surveillance testing, contact tracing, quarantine, isolation, ventilation, or pandemic. And I'm not going to say you're on mute. I feel doubly at home today because not only am I in Ann Arbor surrounded by Wolverines, but can I say this? I think I can say this. I'm here with one of my favorite kinds of audience, math and science people. Now, math and science people are one of my favorite kinds of audience for the very simple reason that you appreciate my favorite kinds of jokes, which of course are math and science jokes. You all want to hear a math joke, right? Okay, here it is. Can a mathematically inclined lumberjack tell the difference between real and artificial wood? Of course, it's easy to differentiate natural logs. And now you know why I make my living as a university president and not a comedian. Having spent over 2 decades as a university administrator, I will be the first to tell you that every field, every discipline is important to us as a society. The professions need the sciences need the professions, and we all need the humanities. But there is something special about engineering. It's not just that engineers are the invisible force in one way or another behind just about every piece of technology that we use and take for granted. And it's not just that engineers are responsible for so much of the invention and innovation that drives our progress as a society, technological and otherwise. It's that the study of engineering, possibly more than any other field, equips its graduates, has equipped all of you, to do the one thing that graduates all over the world are being urged to do throughout the season of graduation. And that thing, of course, is change the world. Over the course of the last few years, as you've studied fluid dynamics and data science, design process models and marine structures, material failures analysis and embedded control systems, you've all learned how to change the world. Not, or at least not only, by using your hard-earned knowledge of fluid dynamics to build more efficient wind turbines, or your skills as a data scientist to detect emerging market trends. In studying engineering, you've learned a core set of essential skills that you can put to use in nearly everything you do from now on. Because as engineers, you've learned how to be problem solvers. Twice a year, I attend a meeting of the presidents of the Association of American Universities, which is an organization of 66 of North America's leading research universities. And recently, I counted up the disciplines of the presidents or chancellors of each of them. Fully a dozen were engineers, a number that grows to 16 when you add the computer scientists. No other field was better represented. So why do so many major universities have presidents today who are engineers? And by the way, there are studies that are showing that an increasing proportion of CEOs of major corporations are led by people with engineering degrees. It's not because of our stockpile of geeky jokes. Rather, I'm convinced it's because we are trained to be problem solvers. We, engineers, look out at the world and identify a problem, or sometimes one is brought to us. We define it, we delineate it, we explore the resources we have to address it, we develop and weigh the relative advantages of different alternatives, and then we build the best solution we can. Each discipline within engineering has its own particular toolbox, full of strategies that you've been taught to deploy in the process of solving the unique problems of your discipline. For me, as a computer scientist, I was taught to deploy procedural abstraction, to take big, messy problems and break them down into smaller pieces, and then for each of those smaller pieces, abstract away the details and focus on the essence. Not only does that lead you to make it easier to create a solution, but it also leads you to solutions that can be reused across a wide range of circumstances. I was also taught to use iterative refinement. When you do that, you don't try from the outset to find the perfect solution because the world is too complex for that. Instead, you build a pretty good solution, you try it out, you modify it in response to the experience you have, you discover what doesn't work and fix it and repeat, and then repeat, and then repeat. And then there's computational complexity, which teaches you that some problems are so darn hard that even in principle, you can't always hope to find an optimal solution because doing so could potentially take the lifetime of the universe. Luckily for such cases, there are often approaches that are efficient and that get you an outcome that's good enough. And there are even ways to formally specify how good enough is. So, don't be intimidated by big problems, break them down into smaller ones and look for solutions you can reuse. Find partial solutions, try them out, and then improve them. Be aware of the kinds of problems for which you can only get an approximate solution, or as I find myself saying to my leadership team several times a week, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. These are all problem-solving strategies that I learned while studying computer science, and they're all strategies that I use every single day in my work as a university president. Now, I realize that you're not all computer scientists, sadly. No, I realize that you're not all computer scientists, and these might not be exactly the tools that you've learned to use. But while every engineering discipline has a slightly different set of principles, All of them have a focus, all of them, on problem solving as the dominant mode of thought. And I am therefore confident that as you move ahead in life, you will benefit from your ability to apply engineering-inspired habits of mind to whatever you do. Still, all those tools and a problem-solving mindset will only take you so far. If you're going to have an impact on just about any significant problem, and especially on the major problems facing us today, from climate change to poverty and inequality to food security, even to that other word that begins with pan and ends with demic that I promised not to mention. If you're going to tackle any of these, you need to make sure that you're not thinking just about the technical aspects of the solution, but also about the people who will be using that solution. As I like to say, there are no purely technical problems. They're all socio-technical or even humano-socio-technical. Suppose you're looking at the twin problems of deforestation and desertification in a developing region of the world, and you identify as the root cause the practice of cutting down trees for cooking fuel. And your proposed solution to this problem is solar cookers. They're inexpensive, they rely on an energy supply that is essentially limitless, and they come with the added benefit of reducing emissions and airborne particles. Perfect. But maybe you haven't factored in the cooking temperature of local foods and don't realize that the solar cookers don't get hot enough. Or maybe you're looking at a community where cooking is done early in the morning before the sun is fully up, or where it's so windy that the solar cookers blow away. And so your solar cookers, which were shipped thousands of miles, end up being used as roofing material. Or suppose you're looking to protect online privacy and you build a browser that blocks trackers and doesn't store cookies. Sounds great. But without trackers or cookies, the browser doesn't deliver personalized information. How do you get people to adopt it? How many of you have installed DuckDuckGo and then given up on it? The same thing goes for security methods that are supposed to enable people to protect their data, but are too complicated for people to understand and use. There's a system installed on my work computer that reliably scans my files every month for possible sensitive data, like combinations of digits that might be social security numbers. And then it generates a report. And I have no idea what to do with that report, and I have a PhD in computer science. Every problem you will address has a human dimension. Some of them will require insights that we think of within disciplinary boundaries as legal or economic or psychological. Some of them will require insights that come from beyond the professions and the social sciences, but yes, from the arts and the humanities. Working on genetic engineering or developing face recognition technology, there are significant ethical considerations. Do you want to develop safer transportation, more effective vaccines, more efficient electrical grids? All of these have humans as part of the equation, and as all of you know, after 4 years of solving problem sets, if you ignore a part of the equation, your solution is not going to work. The best engineers know that good engineering isn't just about engineering. It's about the human elements, the human context of engineering problems and engineering solutions. And that's why the University of Michigan has made sure that all of you have been exposed to thinking outside of engineering. But as your engineering knowledge will continue to be developed and refined, so too will you need to continue to develop your human understanding. So keep your minds open to the value of other fields and other professions, the psychologists and sociologists, the engineers, the lawyers, economists, and everyone else who you will consult and work with in your careers. But even more, keep your mind open to the spread and reach of human creativity, knowledge, and experience. And what's the best way to do that? The most effective way to make sure you're seeing not just the problem you're working on, but the people who will use your solution? One word: read. And I don't mean read journal articles or technical papers or user manuals. You'll be doing that anyway. I definitely don't mean just read your Twitter or Instagram feeds. Read what you can lose yourself in. Read what you love. Read what makes you happy. Read what makes you feel. Read to continue to learn about your world, and read to enter a world that you can't yourself directly see. If you really want to understand the impact of climate change on the lives of low-income communities, read Salvage the Bones by Jesmyn Ward, who, by the way, got her MFA here at Michigan. What about climate change and what it will look like in the future? Read New York 2140 by Kim Stanley Robinson. Want to understand what it's like to stare down unthinkable hardship and to come up with creative solutions to problems that are well beyond what any of us will ever likely encounter? Read Endurance, the true account of the Shackleton voyage to Antarctica, and then read about the engineers and scientists who found the Endurance 107 years later on the floor of the Weddell Sea. Read to understand the world, read to understand the people who live in it. Read because those people need all of you now more than ever before to solve the problems that face us as a society and a planet. All of you are graduating today with the education and habits of mind that have equipped you to find solutions. So graduates, go out into the world and do what you've been educated to do. Solve big problems. Do it with the confidence and the humility that your Michigan engineering education has given you. And remember what changes today for all of you. From today on, you won't be solving problems to show yourself or some professor that you can. You won't be solving problems for the problem's sake. You'll be solving them for people. Because ultimately, the problems aren't what matter. The people are. Congratulations, good luck, and go blue.
Thank you, Martha, for reconnecting and reflecting with us. This event celebrates a major achievement by today's graduates. But graduates, you have received help along the way from parents, grandparents, spouses, siblings, family, and friends. I now ask all of those special people to stand as they are able so that your graduates may thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, would all Michigan engineering students please rise? On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations to the class of 2022. You may be seated. At this time, I will call the name of each of the college's department or division chairs or representatives. Full titles of the chairs appear in the back of your program. Leaders briefly will greet their department's students on stage. I now would ask these individuals to stand and remain standing as I call your names. Audience, please hold your applause until the entire group has been recognized. Tony Wass, Aerospace Engineering. Marian Mysick, Biomedical Engineering. Sharon Glotzer, Chemical Engineering. Yafeng Yin, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Tuyul Pulkkinen, Climate and Space Sciences and Engineering. Michael Wellman, Computer Science and Engineering. Mingyan Liu, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Brian Denton, Industrial and Operations Engineering. Diane Bry, Integrative Systems and Design. Amit Misra, Material Science and Engineering. Ellen Aruda, Mechanical Engineering. David Dowling, Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering. Todd Allen, Nuclear Engineering and Radiological Sciences. Jesse Grizzle, Robotics. Jim Sayer, Transportation Research Institute. Thank you. You may be seated. Now I would like to ask the first team of name announcers to please take your positions. Ushers will direct graduates to the stage in 2 lines. Beginning from the front of the arena, each student marshal will lead by holding their department or program flag. Graduates, you will be greeted on stage by your department representatives and by Executive Director of Student Affairs, Carrie Boyven, or by me. We respect that there may be some different levels of concerns about personal contact in the current environment. Therefore, graduates, you have 3 options: a handshake, a nod, or a fist bump. Please understand that this is the limit of options set for you. We'll wait to follow your preference. After you are greeted on stage, you will receive a memento from one of our associate deans or a representative to mark the occasion. It is tradition as you cross the stage to move your mortarboard tassel from the right to the left to reflect your transition. Then, please return to your seat in the audience and remain seated until the conclusion of our well-engineered program. In the spirit of Michigan Engineering Unity, we want all departments and students to be recognized by a full audience. Although some of you may tend to shy away from the spotlight, today's your day to shine. It's okay if your family, friends, and supporters would like to chair very briefly as you are called. After our last graduate is recognized and following the singing of the victors at the end of the ceremony, be sure to look up and smile big for the official class of 2022 photo. Now, would the candidates for the degrees offered by the Departments of Aerospace Engineering and Climate and Space Sciences and Engineering please rise and approach the stage to begin the recognition of the graduates.
Aerospace Engineering, Emilio Flores.
Climate and Space Sciences and Engineering, Sarah Ayelet Spitzer.
Reader Wang.
Graham Fortis.
Zachary Lasty.
John DePero.
Cameron Byler.
Caleb Clover.
Gage Bergman.
Sam Ephraim.
Akashdeep Pawar.
David Beck.
Theo Rulko.
Willa Tobin.
Shirley Wu.
Lydia Gilbert.
Ann Garbowski.
Jessica Fisher.
Trevor Rosario.
Tanner Allen.
Quinn Killian.
James Barry III.
Tyler Bartlett.
Laura Zadenberg.
Christopher Ahn.
Liam James Spence.
Eric DeBerstein.
Mitch Miller.
Yusuf Taher.
Sabrina Archer.
Noah Nellis.
Rachel Galate.
Brian Rosio.
Alex Thorough.
Max Weber.
Serenity Monroe.
Ashwin Anant Kumar.
Colin Payne.
Austin Bartholomew.
Eli Levine.
Eric Reuter.
Rashika Rao.
Jacob Efrusi.
Catalina Garza.
Bishop Taverner.
Jacoby Kroschel.
Ellison Toribio.
Kerjan Kojaev.
Caleb Velzen.
Carl Kirchner.
Andrew Lauterbach.
Peter Barr.
Jacob Berg.
Okay, Nuclear Engineering and Radiological Sciences, Caitlin Barr.
Pedro Trujillo Pescato.
Braden Saltus.
Sahil Shah.
Logan Clowers.
Brandon Kirk.
Philip David Bowens.
Preston Kim.
David Augustin Miller.
James Lowe.
Jonathan Korean.
Chris Forchhammer.
Tessa Maurer.
Elishiva Phillips.
Paige Lighthammer.
Adina Epstein.
Aiden Sable.
Hogan Sue.
Yifan Gui.
Emily O'Connell.
Thomas Mundy.
Isaiah Fleischer.
Adam Brewster.
Brian Sander.
Henry Blackwood.
Sonomi Krustabina.
Rowan Marchi.
Felix Louis.
Thomas Jayasankar.
Rodriguez Ramirez Lescano.
Isabel Hernandez.
Trina Dutta.
Elijah Wilson.
Chad Cerruti.
Julian Kinney.
William Fink.
Engineering Physics. Tanner Nutting.
Randall Rodich.
Seth Reinholtz.
Joseph Delaney.
Kira Kurtz.
Jackson Kendall.
Ruben Coronel.
Dushina Gurnisan.
Bora Unalmes.
Jacob Kaspriak.
Rebecca Guilfoyle.
John Spencer.
Program in Robotics. Dylan Powell.
Cameron Grayberger.
Pirayos Pangsashai.
Minori Higashiyama.
Tenny Liu.
Lorenzo Largent.
Shilang Ding.
Aiden Clausen.
Tingjung Lee.
Erica Vasquez Caramo.
Yushin Chen.
Chinmaya Aditya.
Haorang Cheng.
Zachary Velas.
Arun Bishop.
Kosik Akia.
Hansen Chin.
Michael Mellon.
Mohammed Saad.
Madeline Eichenberg.
Baha Aldib.
Maxfield Guy Arnson.
Spencer Gable Cook.
Emily Grimm.
Michael Rakowicki.
Thomas Greenwald.
Adam Ingerman.
Tejas Kadami.
Jiawei Chen.
Amelia Peña Rios.
Lu Chen.
Torrance Gu.
Spencer Talbot.
Justin Marshall.
Jennifer Humanchuk.
Eric Hersey.
August John Bull.
Aaron Levesque.
Arsha Ali.
Erica Jones.
Dr. Kevin Lieberman. Dissertation title, Supporting Trust Calibration and Attention Management in Human-Machine Teams Through Training and Real-Time Feedback on Estimated Performance.
Tochukwu Amugu.
Electrical and Computer Engineering Department. Rihanna Orzakowski.
Matthew De Castro.
Andrea Maria Bejarano Carbo.
Braden Collins.
Bradley Baker.
Abduel Mohammed.
Alhad Dufturte.
Matt Folter.
Pierre Abilama.
David Reese Richardson.
Noah Delcor.
Nicholas Zupancic.
Shashank Chandrasekaran.
Federico Di Geronimo.
Jacob Renard.
Christopher Klein.
Rose Beck.
Edward Tang.
Michael Shkolnik.
John Letarte.
Arjun Chandrasekhar.
Paige Adams.
Jingshuan Wu.
Moonsuk Paul Jung.
Junhyun Lee.
Connor Statler.
Dan Guerin IV.
Ryan Clayhorst.
Lexi Nelson.
Benjamin Milner.
Jingyu Song.
Jake Yeaman.
Cameron Kabasinski.
Nikhil Punshi.
Yifei Shui.
Jack Adams.
Phil Mu.
Jacob Vandershoff.
Jonathan Wong.
Alexander Greer.
Shilpa Pindolia.
Alistair Lenhart.
Alexis Yan.
Gabe Arthur.
Michael Tsai.
Lena Siskind.
Jacob Brown.
Mac Hausner.
Eric Chen.
Venkat Subramanian.
Asanu Hoke.
Avinash Kumar.
Jake Bosigal.
Julia Weiss.
Chen Huang.
Dennis Duman.
Jiang Cheng Zhang.
Michael Rinaldi.
Bayman Lee.
Sean Schoen Jr.
Mohammed Azuz.
Eric Hillsberg.
Sarah Azuz.
Connor DeMarco.
William Wong.
Michael Strang.
Kevin Wong.
Camber Hortop.
Isaac Katongale.
Kaylee Bell.
Jordan Mayer.
Christian Ratyanaka.
Daniel Kohler.
Ethan Foreman.
Adam Gerald Schmidt.
Jack Tolericcio.
Vanchik Mahindro.
Cameron Sahagian Crandall.
Adam Luttrell.
Pucci Chow.
Zane Swaden.
Arachaporn Puchankaran.
Agil Dawson.
Aishwara Gunasekar.
Anya Svensinski.
Zenkor Kolmath.
Alexander Willis.
Benjamin Leffler.
Kevin Buka.
Ho Hyang Shu.
Tomas Cataya.
Mizuo Takayama.
Ryan Parsons.
Spencer Lowitz.
Edward Shim.
Keegan O'Connor.
Alex Jiraki.
Hausi Chow.
Dowling Q.
Lewin Bierniak.
Justin Zhang.
Hazen Letowski.
Siwan Ju.
Mehmet Akif. Ajarugu.
Albert Anwar.
Hao Liu.
Hulon Jenkins.
Paul Lelucci.
Carmen Geiger.
Jiale Sen.
Nicholas Cahill.
Jillian Mosher.
And Koshi Deb.
Arena Korokova.
Cecilia Zakayar.
Steve Lee.
William Ng.
Parker Tremblay.
Michelle Gaynor.
Chemical Engineering. Malini Mukherjee.
Brian Winklereed.
Jessica Kaplan.
Hirsch Vakaria.
Madison Carroll.
Thomas Krolowski.
Fiza Hussein.
Colin Wagner.
Ellie DeGraw.
Jason Ribbentrop.
Alyssa Shapiro.
Kyan Aridi.
Mary Silvio.
Darren Ho.
Mary Gregg.
Ma Naz.
Aaron Shu.
Chinghang Benny Chan.
Kiana Marquez.
Dr. J. Fun Zung, dissertation title, Efficient Deep Learning Accelerator Architectures by Model Compression and Data Orchestration.
Rachel Fetter.
Dr. Tae Yu Chow, dissertation title, Design Techniques for energy-efficient and scalable machine learning accelerators.
Megan Brooks.
Shikhar Gupta.
Rachel Marquardt.
Ali Robinson.
Brandon Wirtz.
Jing Jian.
Martin Chown.
Chen Zhang.
Alexander Hopu.
Shan Yu Kao.
Joshua Nesdorfer.
Zari Yang.
Alexander Anthony.
Renee Lee.
Brian Yam.
Srinidhi Krishnan.
Nilsa Ileana Pedonu.
Raymond Liu.
Elliot Solbrig.
Richard Frederick.
Kiran Kodali.
Mansi Deshpande.
Dr. Yuan Chow. The electrochemical properties of iron disclaim hedgehog particles.
Poyang Yu.
Luna Chu.
Suzhong Chi.
Afan Sayed.
Chi Dai.
Riki Carroll.
Daniel Choi.
Rahul Gopinath.
Yuhao Wu.
Paula Lepeki.
Ria Serene.
Sanjeev Raja.
Chen Young Ma.
Nicholas Antko.
Tong Jin.
Lauren Malloy.
Zichao Li.
Caroline Ditzler.
William Gao.
Timothy Wing.
Venkat Vutsa.
Jessica Ma.
Junha Jun.
Daniel Kupor.
Yuangqi Guo.
Alex Newberry.
Robert Wilkie.
Victor Luke.
Yanzheng Lai.
Taryn Davis.
Chungka Yao.
Gabrielle Reski.
Career Chu.
Danya Diab.
Lucas Lujan.
Sophie Graff.
Kobe Muller.
Alyssa Yeager.
Rachel Connolly.
Jacob Goldsmith.
Noah Sweet.
Skylar Knapp.
Raul Duta.
Kangju Lee.
Kunasias Kusamajaya.
Marisa Patel.
Nathan Wong.
Dino Pietro.
Dale Kukurian.
Dr. Nahal Habibi. Engineered nanoparticle systems to overcome biological barriers for nanomedicine.
Kevin Pear.
Dr. Aishita Kera.
Reva
Engineering
Kulkarni.
tuber distributions of antibody drug conjugates.
Reva Kulkarni.
Integrative systems and design. Chenlio Lu.
Sumar Takif.
Megan Ing.
Andrea Valenia Ahendras.
Rushab Bura.
Martha Johnston.
Maria Zaccarini.
Isabel Holton.
Kyle Reynolds.
John Schiavani.
Kevin Taylor.
Alex Show.
Alexander Salazar.
Tyrese Grace.
Caleb Smyrda.
Elisa Bacon.
Sean Adderley.
Nicholas Ringler.
Jacob Applegate.
Grant Terwilliger.
Jack Campo.
Scott Hadley.
Matthew Gretowski.
Graham Radke.
Alexander Tiberio.
Carolyn Melvin.
Evan Schmitz.
Hassan Fawaz.
Maximilian Sharp.
Maura Mulligan.
Jessica Gartrell.
Anna Tsao.
Kate Froling.
Alex Thayer.
Hemant Katragada.
Thomas Isanen.
Jorge Silva Victor.
Hassin Farouk.
Michelle Nguyen.
Holton Sawyer.
Julie Starr.
Shin Yanazawa.
Madeline Menning.
Sergio Kuhlman.
Abhijit Maidi.
Sunjung Lee.
Ankush Subarao Gadakar.
Charles Light.
Venu Vidod Shripada.
Ernesto Hararo.
Kalyan Kartak Nandigan.
Ross Krathathiori.
Matthew Wilmus.
Divyank Singh.
Stephen Ailu Bami.
Christopher Pasquale.
Jerong Gong.
Jeremy Mervak.
Ria Meira.
Eitan Abenkasis.
Gage Smith.
Dan Bazzini.
Brian Nezerem.
Puz Zacharaya.
Xiaoyu Li.
Matthew Maliasa.
Ali Badridin.
Yukun Liu.
Biomedical Engineering. Sydney Jones.
Peter Linder.
Emily Anderson.
Matthew Askar.
Jolden Oshesky.
Theron Moore.
Eliza Jansvedin.
Rohan Chandy.
Joanne Dewey.
Weiler Satine.
Allison Maroza.
Ella Nayun An.
Ritika Parikh.
Meghana Kalsika.
Janavi Naramolu.
Vidyuth Suresh.
Nidhi Patel.
Eli Smith.
Cade Wong.
Shivam Patel.
Maxwell Cooper.
Christian Wu.
Paul Sabatini.
Andrew Lin.
Caitlin Ford.
Osvaldo Gutierrez.
Alexandra Nelson.
Nicholas Lowen.
Sarah Staley.
Jeremy Latham.
Jason Manassa.
Rachel Shin.
Rami Shams.
Ashwin Surya Prakash.
Melissa Byron.
Darshan Rajasekundra.
Maxine Louie.
Theodore Withy.
Emma Brukink.
Arthur Zhang.
Maxwell Lee.
Cade Wright.
Suraj Kowadwala.
Matteo Chabationi.
Benjamin Hamilton.
Divya Srinivasan.
Anna Haksara.
Thanvi Chithode.
Danica Kristen Jaco.
Rajiv Bharadwaj.
Natalie Holfin.
Matthew Lichtinger.
Samira Kalamdani.
Nicholas Lang.
Rikako Miki.
James Fidano.
Deepra Debnath.
Spencer Stock.
Kayla Coyne.
Andrew Sager.
Surabi Joshi.
Joseph Rotner.
Sandra Dubasi.
Ashvin Kumar.
Maya Getachu.
Tyler Kojak.
Claire Stebbins.
Junwan Yang.
Emily Deng.
Zachary Ingram.
Julia Greenspan.
Minji Chu.
Elizabeth Rubinson.
Yasser Athiyabi.
Michael Atiye.
Eric Cheek.
Ali Hassoun.
Stephanie Escobedo.
Kevin Boyson.
Alexander Stahl.
Mariana Elizondo Del Bosque.
Hao Young Zhan.
Chloe Cook.
Xuanchu Dong.
Rita Eljubli.
Christian Gabriel.
Abigail Puckett.
Carlo Lachurco.
Macy Fouch.
Abdel Elashri.
Joshua Sodicroft.
John Fayispir.
Brianna Regan.
Alexander Ma.
Sanidya Singh.
Isaac Pearson.
Benjamin Todd.
George Mustakas.
Eleanor Richmond.
The Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Luke Corrivo.
Nikhil Mukamala.
Elizabeth Mota.
Jameson Stout.
Dylan Rodriguez.
Riley Vara.
Afraz Hassan.
Nicholas Steck.
Keshuv Ukela.
Nicole Piontek.
Akasha Bolaji.
Ron Ron.
Anthony Ng.
Nadine Samaha.
Iris Derry.
Jacob Reed.
Wen Si.
Teeman
Congratulations.
Lowe.
Katrina Camille Sanchez.
Brittany McIntyre.
Catherine Nicholson.
Haley Boyk.
Angelica Ugai.
Samantha Lewis.
Anastasia Warner.
Madison Roberts.
Jack Busa.
Easton Farrell.
Molly Francis Bacall.
Samantha Zirafa.
Eric Van Bassern.
Ritvik Gilala.
Ryan Krawick.
Connor Broussard.
Harveer Singh.
Andrew Golan.
Lawrence Jing.
Isabella Hartman.
Brandon Liang.
Chloe Markey.
James Wang.
Giovanna Gumiraiz.
Pedro Zamora.
Alyssa Cohen.
Henry Mang.
Maya Patel.
Luke Wing.
Amelia Smith.
Avery Link.
Laura Williams.
Mary Ketu.
Camden Felgener.
Iris Lynn.
Noah Blaze.
Christopher Rogg.
Jonathan Crow.
Malaxmi Ayer.
Natalie Lugton.
Yumong Bai.
Michael Dolinsky.
Alexandra Savidra.
Han Elhangensen.
Christine Chen.
Sean Zito.
Cameron Oglesby.
Andrew Rice.
Harvey Reeves.
Noah Schoen.
Shreya Goyal.
Bashir Masalam.
Nihar Joshi.
Matthew O'Brien.
Nicholas Aronson.
Yvonne Lynn.
Ryan Goodall.
Lauren Wick.
Salvatore Chiatti.
Elizabeth Dulzo.
Andrew Chen.
Jillian Swissession.
Matthew Slate.
Chloe Brownstein.
Michael Wolf.
Jintao Zhao.
Rohan Sinha.
Faith Chang.
Neha Satish.
Al Kai.
Xin Yu Lu.
Brandon Zhu.
Jai Shu.
Hassan Soen.
Lan Zhang.
Jason Rosenfeld.
Keeping Pan.
Tony Cueva Bravo.
Min Hao Lee.
Anaga Kotkar.
Yijie Shi.
Sarah Stroh.
Songling Liu.
Sanjya Chalsanani.
Rina Dankani.
Meredith Wojcicki.
Samuel Yuan.
Ellie Johannes.
Bing Young Hu.
Hui Vu.
Flora Han.
Carl Han.
Wen J. Lim.
Gael Abitbal.
Natasha Saputra.
Mateo Munakau.
Yun Tao Zhang.
Anjana Krishnan.
Aldous Il Kachui.
Aurora Meyer.
Joanne Orozco.
Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Ali Baker.
Nathan Aman.
Jennifer Tran.
Matthew Benson.
Tanya Lai.
Fatmir Kuchi.
Cindy Gu.
Jacob Hill.
Natalie McGuire.
Ana Sofia Valles.
Logan Nicewander.
Derek Miner.
Emma Lukanen.
Thomas McKenzie.
Andrew Schultz.
Dalton Keys.
Dylan He.
Jose Meyer Imperial.
Kevin Sang.
Rachel Lebedinsky.
Justin Applefield.
Alexandra Pollock.
Jacob Gozon.
Annabelle Siko.
Devin Liang.
Ching Cheng Feng.
Maxwell Wang.
Thomas Newman.
Brian Shields.
Mackenzie Zabel.
Daniel Schiffman.
Xiao Xiao Wen.
Kyle Flourish.
Andrew Hager.
Andrew Dazzo.
Angela Reedy.
Jared Miller.
Seth Stump.
Kevin Bialis.
Nathan Macurlati.
Adelaide Barkalow.
Itaru Morimoto.
Max Hamilton.
Naoki Fujiwara.
Adele Fonseca.
Michael Mata.
Joyce Liu.
Lauren Mata.
Grace Girdler.
Joseph Murciano.
Nicole Ayanesi.
Alexandra Miro.
Javon Jajoni.
Aiki Awake Wukie.
Isaac Moodhart.
Parker Pomeroy.
Hadianto Leonard.
Kalina Matosian.
Adam Johansson.
Samuel Orta.
Rebecca Poirier.
Grace Zalubas.
Alejandro Moncada Larotis.
Kelsey Boldizar.
Eric Montag.
Sienna Radikovitz.
Sam Zako.
Kirsten White. Jessica Kahn. Madeline Horvitz.
Can you? Vishnu Murthy, posthumous degree in computer science and engineering. I'm fine. Is the kid coming?
Jamie Weiberg.
Danielle DiGiovanni.
Patrick West.
Bhavini Patel.
Austin Smith.
Priya Dandamudi.
Aaron Schmiel.
Jessica Rao.
Emma Ahiliak.
Vishal Nayak.
James Bass.
Arham Jain.
Jack Riley.
Ishan Patki.
Jacob Overberg.
Randeep Mitra.
Vil Landau.
Unser Hasham.
Dylan Hauf Ewald.
Xiao Yuan Chiang.
I'm good. Sarah Falkowski.
Jijiang Zhang.
Emily Bachwick.
Xingyao Wang.
Gianna Washington.
Xinghao Lin.
Donovan Auro.
Weikun Liu.
Jada Holmstrom.
Yongtai Zhang.
Heather Brower.
Chiyung Wang.
Si Ying Zhu,
Levi Winkle,
Yixin Zhang,
Brandon Samaru,
Mario Perez Garcia,
Revant Vedapudi,
Gustavo Ushiovich Amador,
Sidar Pillay,
Thomas Major,
Manli Zhao,
Maud Foster,
Kayang Yu,
Avi Bose,
Hongyang Wong,
Joseph Bloom,
Yi Wang Ding,
Elijah Richards,
Joseph Chinosky,
Asa DeVries,
Andrew Pascarella,
Jade Rufka,
Patrick C.,
Hassan Bazi,
Edward Wong,
Christian Marciano,
Dylan Colton,
Christopher Gatti,
Pratik Danu,
Maya Gibbs,
Lance Bassett,
Rodolfo Martinez,
Thomas Gregort,
Industrial and Operations Engineering, Sadie Cox,
Joanna Q,
Kagan Conrad,
John Wiseman,
Amit Tiwari,
Mark Ketchkev,
Vikram Valaparedi,
Alexandra Turner,
Emily Sun,
Matthew Golub,
Anurag Niskankararav,
Connor Egan,
Grace Jankowski,
Prashant Shankar,
Kostia Atayan,
Nicholas Schweikart,
Jacob Point,
Sydney Mead,
Cheyenne Siddiqui,
Yuxing Wang,
Lucy Liu,
Jiasheng Zhao,
Sydney Jiang,
Yanglong Yao,
Shivani Jayendraprasad,
Justine Chu,
Shika Raman,
Justin Chang,
Jessica Patnaik,
Raymond Koo,
Anna Mulero,
Edward Wang,
Matthew Johnson,
Ethan Chen,
Charles Chan,
Jason Jiang,
Vanessa Chung,
Reagan Miller,
Michelle Levy,
Madison Caldwell,
Misha Korolev,
Ninat Chaban,
Eric Chen,
Nanki Graywall,
Ryan Doe,
Lingzhao Guan,
Albert Wei,
Nicholas Zeff,
Diane Tien,
Victor Lin,
Isabella Porquis,
Yash Ramchandani,
Natalia Torres,
Mason Fox,
Mira Rodney,
Javier Contreras Tenorio,
Hunter Shaw,
Emily Plummer,
Wilson McCritchie,
Camden King,
Benjamin Pearl,
Akash Agrawal Beharano,
Zachary Nemec,
Daniel Gorlick,
Tyler Phillips,
Bruna Herbst,
Zachary Goldsmith,
Ryan Sew,
Sinclair Burns,
Helen Yi,
Yunhan Jong,
Terry Guan,
Tamira Carter,
Dejane Benton,
Travis Tucker,
Sean McSweeney,
Anirudh Chaffee,
Oliver Zay,
Jose Geronimo Perez Escalando,
Natalie Giordano,
Sihun Wu,
Noah Simon,
Chen Chen Gao,
Joshua Picard,
Bingqing Xiang,
Lee Dennis,
Chunyue Zhang,
Nithya Badam,
Boyu Yang,
Ratne Pandey,
Jessica Doshi,
Robert Kress,
Tarak Sat,
Lawrence Chen,
Aldo Piaggio Abufeli,
Noah Linky,
Derek Broche,
Catherine Zhang,
Hassan Chelsea,
Christopher Lee,
Ning Liu,
Caroline Cheng,
Sydney Ashton Bolstead,
Fangjin Sui,
Simran Laura,
Ray Jin,
Maxwell DeFacio,
Alexander Stavrakos,
Colin Bradley,
Anthony Zhu,
Daniel Niemart,
Connor Hine,
Elise Daniel,
Cassandra Gutierrez,
Amir Samdani,
Alexander Pullman,
Vishal Muralidar,
Andrew Kwalik,
Catherine Loder,
Eric Landgraf,
Grace Dillon,
Alexander Gideon,
Spyro Cass,
Carlos Cardenas,
Ian Kim,
William Babbitt,
Charlie Chartwell,
Brandon Garzes,
Nicole Moore,
Chinchao Lin,
Maria Zewelki,
Hong Yi Young,
Emma Cho,
Gabriel Severance,
Talia Lamb,
Maya Uradnik,
Chandler Jones,
Ian Miller,
Erin Murphy,
Kiran Menon,
Ryan DaCosta,
Adhav Bhagat,
Siddharth War,
Ryan Brown,
Dominic Bolstrom,
Jackson Vales,
Samuel Chung,
Rohan Chandi,
Andrew Pridgeon,
Harveer Singh,
Prafik Malochavu,
Isaac Fung,
Arnav Ubodi,
Jean Chu,
Shrey Rostogi,
James Chen,
Ethan Kaminsky,
Hao Pan,
Michael Noonan,
Jihan Wu,
Charlie Hickman,
Pranav Chowdhury,
Spencer Molthrop,
Pratit Shukla,
Joshua Chadnick,
Surhaj Harjani,
Katrina Beckman,
Arif Jamaluddin,
Carolyn Hirth,
Timothy Cow,
Andrew Cargill,
Justin Hutchins,
Siyu Chen,
Aaron Weldy,
Juan de la Torre III,
Anuraj Nadkarni,
Derek Pung,
Matthew Kondamudi,
Lucas McCluskey,
Sabrina Tobar Tomwell,
Oscar Romero,
Ben Pazicki,
Shriteja Malavanti,
Raichi Den,
Samuel Stevens,
Matthew Jeng,
Kelly Kwan,
Jack Ferguson,
Kenjin Ong,
Casey Wentland,
Alex Pham,
Shiye Doris Lee,
Max Ford,
Matthew Schneider,
Jeremy Siegel,
Batuhan Ake,
Andrew Thomas,
Jasmine Wang,
Matt Howard,
Thaif Rahman,
Joshua Roble,
Adam Kim,
Oscar Medrano,
Reipi Lee,
Dr. Junhong Guo, Optimization Approaches for Solving Large-Scale Personnel Scheduling Problems.
Claire Russell,
Dr. Luzi Xu, Treating Some Difficulties in Mixed Integer Nonlinear Optimization.
Quentin Carter,
Dr. Huiwan Jia, Adaptive Optimization and Learning for Service Systems.
Davis Mears,
Dr. Xian Yu, Sequential Optimization under Uncertainty, Models, Algorithms, and Applications.
Himanish Hirakalva.
Alexander Lopez.
Pranav Ramesh.
Alexa Carlos Tames.
Andrew Nguyen.
Laura Diaz Flores.
Murli Mohan.
Jung Jun Choi.
Nikhil Shah.
Nicholas Zakharek.
Owen Alexander.
Julia Napawolki.
John Gunterick.
Daniel Block Rubin.
Serafina Kemp.
Hannah Dong.
Rajiv Nag.
Rafika Vaifumofu.
William Zoltas.
Andrew Kuhlman.
You say Anant Chilaragi. Rich.
Rihanna Eyafishore.
Calvin Zhang.
Christian Guest.
Robert Buckley.
Kelson Tesaro.
Jensen Wah.
Andrew Goldberg.
Vikram Thirupathy.
Diego Yafar.
Noah Oberstein.
Joseph Boutros.
Cheng Yuangju.
Merlin Stephenson.
Hao Xiang Zheng.
Amran Eltobar.
Jeannie Isabella Xiao.
Dean Golorn.
Chi Yang.
Grace Vanderlak.
Yongyu. Yongyu Deng.
Chung Ning Wan.
David Sanabria.
Jackson Cummings.
Noah Weingarten.
Thomas Vanderhyde.
Nishan Makim.
Zachary Lader.
Zach Dembinski.
Parsa Shoa.
Adam Osterberry.
Amalia Ciavalis.
Rodrigo Medina.
Celia Osman.
Zhang Sam. William Zhang Sam.
Alyssa Dern.
Phoebe Liang.
Devin Gohel.
Max Mossberg.
Anya Agarwal.
Kevin Zhu.
Ryan Wong.
Calvin Huang.
Yen Chun Lin.
Antoine Tran.
Darian Paces.
James Jimmy Wyaduk.
Vincent Jungang Shaw.
Miguel Hernandez.
Hao Chun Song.
Andrea Fang.
Sharon Sun.
Tim Cho.
Johnny Huang.
Jeff Yin.
Material Science and Engineering.
Oh,
Keon Begzude.
Marco Pastrana.
Marlene Makhariji.
Bowring. Marlena Bowring.
Praveen Sundararajan.
Aman Murani Kivan Jalan.
Caleb Bloodworth.
Aman Srivastan.
Ryan Gast.
Bhargavi Ravishankar.
Julian Sanchez.
Aisha Gomireddy.
Logan Bowles.
Akash Akiraju.
Prasant Salvadore.
Arya Pudota.
Albert Sway.
Nilai Tumar.
Joseph Shangro.
Jonah Azule.
Dylan Edelman.
Sarah Addo.
Cameron Kothmeyer.
Vishnu Nair.
Leah Marks.
Nikhil Khosla.
Eric E.
S.J. Kashru.
Dr. Max Powers. Characterization of hierarchical morphologies in co-deposited immiscible alloy systems.
Elliot Moore.
Wesley Peskowski.
Brandon Lowe.
Nicholas Rubel.
Kevin Yan.
Erin Parlow.
Jesse Houghton.
Margaret Bowers.
Yashvin Jain.
Kate Moo.
Anil Tolwani.
Ella Leninger.
Andrew Hall.
Marissa Perez.
Joseph Park.
Madison Buford.
Rushil Cassetti.
Kylie Vitutol.
Ishak Khan.
Colin Ramin.
Edward Zong.
Tao Tsai.
Dachuan Yan.
Rish Merchant.
Andrew Smike.
Christian Davis.
Timothy Renee.
Brody Kiris.
Jacob Minnick.
Min Kim.
Imogen Foster.
Connor O'Kane.
Nazat Tabassum.
Sahana Prabhu.
Mohammed Amin.
Lucas Bayoni.
Alan Diao.
Onirud Uprochas.
Francesca Young.
Chao Feng.
Nicholas Presley.
Dr. Ying Liu. Structure and rheology of polymer mixtures at the boundary between soft solids and viscous liquid behaviors, from fundamental to application.
Courtney Greifenberger.
Dr. Huzi Hussein Lien. Microstructures and mechanical behavior of interface dominant materials consisting of nanoscale hard-soft phases.
Marissa Gordon.
Dr. Zhihua Huang. Dislocation precipitate interaction in magnesium rare earth alloys.
Roland Park.
Naval architecture and marine engineering. Jashawn White.
Alexis Bianca Callejo Covacha.
Benjamin Simons.
Yixing Shi.
Matthew Wozniak.
Chi-Ying Song.
Mustafa Baltang.
Jensen Yu.
Connor Erigan.
Adil Nordin.
Brendan Delani.
Ethan Aziz.
Taylor Althouse.
Jane Chen.
David Martin.
Saniti Mehta.
Lucas Hyde.
Alice Ying.
Stephen Seo.
Tanvi Jaikamal.
Kobe Koo.
Arushi Aurora.
Wei Lun Liu.
Sanith Tamala.
Abdulwadad Alaisha.
Aditya Chita.
Benjamin Stimac.
Aditya Ravi.
Henry Valakovich.
Caleb Harris.
Edward Angelinas.
Samantha Clark.
Keegan Flory.
Kenneth Chow.
Charles Slagis.
Brian Kolstad.
Michael Beek.
Trevor Judas.
Razi Ali.
Lucas Gold.
Clark Chung.
Xizhang Zhu.
Michael Bogozinski.
Benjamin Sentner.
August Charles Sturm.
Holly Stauffer.
William Spraggins.
Elizabeth Butt.
Naya Daniel.
Aiden Haas.
Katerina Siavalis.
Joe Rummel.
Gavin Clower.
Jiang Yao Gu.
Mitchell Levy.
Nicholas Trevison.
Victoria O'Hara.
Tom Brady.
Ashley Simons.
Justin Wallman.
William Liao.
Matthew Hilpert.
Anthony Corso.
Joe Masick.
Mechanical Engineering. Ravi Bakshi.
Peter Murray.
Andre Senapadu.
Alec Minchington.
Khalif Adigai.
Kiara Tanojo.
Camilla Kobler.
Rithika Ganesh.
Michaela Glenn.
Grant Barry.
Pranush Rajadran.
Aditya Bhatt.
Jeremy Wong.
Rishi Kumar.
Joel Hanningford.
Anirudh Lagisetti.
Yashar Sadagani.
Andrew Masimila.
Leo Levine.
Clarissa Henry.
Bridget Simpson.
Ethan Davis.
Robert Nawara.
Jacinda Green.
Evan Millison.
Sushruta Shankar.
Justin Osborne.
Andrew Myers.
Sean Fortner.
Calvin Kearns.
Jonathan Curtis.
Mohammed Darwich.
Paul McDonald.
Noah Korndike.
Nicholas Chan.
Emery Pollock.
Carolina Rack.
Tiffany Fang.
Cad Long.
Hubert Hung.
Michael Armankadian.
James Wu.
Sarah Harb.
Noah Feiner.
Shreya Shaw.
Richard Guan.
Catherine Martin.
Janice Joyner.
Abigail Overbeck.
Emmy Royana.
Alyssa Orlands.
Emily Klein.
Ariana Bressler.
Owen Pang.
Sanjana Roy.
Yinwei Dai.
Nathaniel Lasinski.
Xiaoying Yang.
Shamulia Littleton.
Brendan Kennedy.
Stephen Shenus.
Matthew Parker.
Carla Voigt.
Sehyung Yang.
Liam Maloney.
Huichi Yao.
Roland Barnum.
Ben Danger Wozniak.
Andrew Villeneuve.
Bennett Lawson.
Joseph Self.
Luke Wasink.
Jacob Hawker.
Matthew Tomaszewski.
Vincenzo Scalisi.
Liam Kohanek.
Rebecca Schneider.
Parth Dayani.
Stephen Jung.
Ramaz Khan.
Noah Evil.
Simran Puji.
Kevin Thakkar.
Kevin Beck.
Neil Patel.
Bailey Bush.
Chungwan Liu.
Shiki Sheng.
Yang Pong.
Danine Hess.
Mehir Juvadi.
Joseph Kuzmansky.
John Ike Smith.
Ria Bazaz.
Caleb Velzen.
Kaylee Wan.
Edward Gartland.
Daniel Zhu.
Arun Sunjanaravan.
Eugene Kim.
Jefferson Wong.
Song Yu Su.
Aurelie Leiva.
Yu Yuan Ji.
Elisa Marie Monteiro.
Griffin Cho.
Terry Mead.
Selena Leong.
Robert Scott Sykes III.
Angel Ng.
Tyler Washington.
Eleanor Tang.
Muye Jia.
Chenghao Fu.
Lambert Huang.
Jinfen Ye.
Cameron Barnes.
Chanyi Li.
Thomas Vaughan.
Yi Gao Feng.
Evan Benedict.
Morgan Douglas.
Clayton Kidder.
I shouldn't have that. Sorry. Amanika Kanan.
Danis Mohammadi.
Kanan. Jinyan Zheng.
Michael Honecker.
Alyssa Bigley.
Ruben Ramos.
Kevin Zheng.
Evan Smith.
Andrew Ng.
Enrico Browder.
Hubert Zhou.
Matthew Ware.
Huixen Zheng.
Austin Kasuf.
Ryu Li.
Lauren Siller.
Jeremy Tamaro.
Raeyuang Chu.
Thomas Pickup.
Kai Myron.
Ryan Baker.
Haley Kelly.
Akash Bajpai.
Lucy Cavello.
JC Tan.
Angelina Salem.
Max McLaughlin.
Marcella Labrija.
Taoan Lu.
Peter Wachnick.
Tianjun Li.
Ryan Jenkins.
Fei Tong Teng.
Nathaniel Stephen.
Siai Paravan Yara.
William Binney.
Jeffrey Chan.
Nipit Kampong.
Nathaniel Chung.
David Snyder.
Azalea Kim.
Christian Reddings.
Nikita Pandilla.
Mateo Sanchez.
Thomas Huber.
Martine Grossman.
Janil Shah.
Clark Stiles.
Sid Murthy.
Connor Barash.
Spencer McMahon.
Caleb Estelle.
David Butterini.
George Dong.
Jacob Rockwell.
John Ora.
Layla Sheeman.
Tyler Miracle.
Samantha Oliari.
Mitchell Moulton.
Abigail Stoutberg.
Richard Wall.
Alexis Hanzik.
Benjamin Friedman.
Kina Baliga.
Stephen Mundy.
Helen Sierre.
Carson Rebotham.
Lauren Kirkwood.
Jonathan Daly.
Matthew Ferrari.
Avi Rajanda Nicolucci.
Sunny Niak.
Caleb Lardner.
Cooper Stevens.
Nicole Basil.
Shivam Yadav.
Lauren McNamee.
Rajesh Madipati.
Julia Zack.
Nishka Mumzumdar.
Carolyn Fogarty.
Samet Kukadabu.
Liberty Hudson.
Sunil Gasain.
Christian Zung.
Arun Prabhu.
John Mikey.
Aditya Mida.
William Barsin.
Chintan Modi.
Robert Factor.
Dominic Aquino.
Connor Borman.
Spencer Simple.
Ryan Wojcik.
Jorge Casero.
Carson Kogel.
Artemis Ciavelis.
Jacob Fischetti.
Stephen Liu.
David Johns.
Morgan Ruffner.
Michael Cayley.
Sydney McDonald.
Matthew Rozolski.
Darius Barbino.
Michael Kalata.
Patrick McKeever.
Katie Lemon.
Brandon Heston.
Kayla Comer.
William Russell.
Dominic Tyne.
Brian Tran.
Hector Clark.
Ria Gonçalves.
Leila Mohammed.
Tyler Brandt.
Joy Aoun.
Mateo Spilimbergo.
Trinity Fung.
Akshay Gindal.
Rachel Lee.
Anirudh Gadiraju.
Alexei Brzezinski.
Rohan Sharma.
Larissa Wormers.
Jason Debel.
Sai Garamelli.
Abi Alvary.
Alan Bovey.
Ruben Gutman.
Nathan Feldman.
Joseph Nwabwaze.
Eric Lasvogel.
Tony Bai.
Gregory Poole.
Brandon Caius.
Joseph Ziola.
Zubin Isola.
Varun Agarwal.
Benjamin Manley.
Hannah Riggett.
Justin Beamer.
Akshat Mantri.
Zachary Kerye.
Darren Aleph.
Daniel Hookwater.
Shugan Kraket.
Christian DeVivo.
Justin Ramlow.
Ryan Lavallo.
Ijo Tien.
Elijah Mays.
Alexandria Leone.
Anish Niyanchavadi.
Noah Neasley.
Tobias Cormack.
Christopher Curry.
Mingyi Tang.
Nicholas Rudloff.
Jimin Yang.
Jacob Eris.
Mikhail Sashko.
Emilio Chufan Bardon.
Abayas Ahmed.
Wilhelm Spolhofskra.
Clayton Maximuk.
Ellie Clayton.
Quentin Leary.
James Joel Smith.
Raphael Schlater.
Sean Sullivan.
Lauren Stancia.
John Thompson.
Holly Varto.
Madison Bryce.
Sarah Shuffle.
Sifesh Mozai,
Rafael Matola.
Ashwira Cheriun,
Ben Feldstein.
Jeremy Punch,
Monaco. Camila Monaco.
Gabriel Rababa,
Jonathan Walling.
Damien Griffith,
Zaman. Sadat Zaman.
Emma Derrida,
Scott Guest.
Michael Fanelli,
James Jiang.
Julia Chin Yi Toy,
Nathan Day.
Sachi Kakahi,
Alyssa Roach.
Andrew Song,
Ravitas. Shankari Ravitas.
Daniel Chia,
Ashka Pujara.
Yu Chen,
Harshini Murali.
Zheng Chun Chen,
Brittany Honeycutt.
Elijah Patarelli,
Megan Bader.
Corbin Gibson,
Sophia Reed.
Nicholas Harvey,
Shauna Caffey.
Max Kessler,
Vanita Sharma.
Michelle Huang,
Derek Yang.
Kumara Vishnu Ramesh,
Weiji Lee.
Zachary Majumdar,
Yiji Tang.
Kevin Dietz,
Xiaowing Tang.
Dominic Sorelli,
Shulin Pan.
Sarah Binden,
Lisa Kao.
Adalberto Rualdi,
Anthony Kerr.
Rohan Valuri,
Joey Shower.
Miguel Borelli,
Pibby Garahan.
Spencer Knapp,
Mabel Chan.
Keith Brains,
Justin Long.
Daniel Roman Torres,
Bingjao Jan.
Dr. Robin Rodriguez, interfacial tuning of multifunctional composites and bio-inspired materials with atomic layer deposition.
Ahmed Khan.
Dr. Ting Tsai, detection of lithium-ion battery failure and thermal runaway.
Alan Ho.
Robert Loweth, engineering designers engagement and inclusion of diverse perspectives in engineering work.
Alex Wong.
Cameron Moses,
Jinbo. Jinbo Tsi.
Sarah Grenka,
Win. Kiva Win.
Anubuth Awashchi,
Zuvin Wu.
Zubujit Kundu,
Zhengliang Huang.
Juan Komali,
Jonathan Liu.
Axel Achtoff,
Brofsky. Alex Brofsky.
Wanyu Lee,
Max Muller.
Alfred Shiomi Jensen,
Sarah Nilsson.
Kashyap Katyan,
Luke Roberts.
Shanoli Kumar,
Michael Grevers.
Meng Yan Shi,
Robert Manning.
Edward Corrales,
Chase Cone.
Gustavo Tavar,
Runzi Gao.
Darius Dowd,
Jolie Lee.
Wan Yang,
Jihan Wang.
Leroy Mi Chung,
Cameron Davis.
Hridai Doshi,
Justin Zing.
Aran Shi,
Celeste Pan.
Hunter Rogkamp,
Sogandi Batu.
Benjamin Luke,
Kenji Shimizu.
Kyle Nicholson,
Yija Zhang.
Michael Gertler,
Yu Tongzhu.
Patrick Okimi,
Yidu She.
Yifan Ju,
Keishing Bai.
Soya Ham,
Jack Nye.
Louis Feynman,
Andrew Elmgren.
Shin Chong Tsao,
Brangman. Benjamin Brangman.
Parth Agrawal,
Kaufman. Griffin Kaufman.
Kevin Bao,
Letiang Zhang.
Brendan McMillan,
Patrick Parfrey.
Valerie Smith,
Lindsay Liao.
Brandon Ng.
Xiaoyang Qian.
Adam Good.
Cynthia Xiong.
Brendan Mish.
Spencer Liu.
Jeremy Northrop.
Zheng Chundang.
Liam Kleiman.
Zhang Yang Qiu.
Charles Newton.
Wenbin Yang.
Sumit Ashvana.
Sun Qiancheng.
Henry Fieldenoff.
Xiaofang Chen.
Natalie Brotherton.
David Garcia.
Myrna Askar.
Jack Rollo.
Vishwa Nathan.
John Lee.
Julia Beesons.
Leo.
Trafik Hegaday.
Junkai Chen.
Arjun Ramin.
Stella Shi.
Sarav Noor Singh.
Muar Umar.
Stephen Jung.
Ines Shin.
Irfan Anawali.
Martin Lee.
Raid Rasool.
Vineet Parvuthalia.
Jagjit Vani.
Srikanth Bhatt.
Ishant Kofari.
Shikar Ayasulamaltila.
Eileen Shao.
Raul DaCosta.
George Chu.
Kabir Sawal.
Mina Al.
Kush Patel.
Cameron Berkovitz.
Anusha Bora.
Mahir Pirawuli.
Simran Chowdhury.
Michael Wong.
Shraddha Reddy.
Brandon Carey.
Shun Nagasaki.
Afreya Sudarvan.
Mateos Chen.
Vishan Singh.
Thomas Brendan Cohn.
Amod Jambor.
That's my son. Eleanor Goldkamp.
Vinayak Tiwari.
Ruthik Thakar.
Vandik Vadlupodi.
Dukmen Go.
David Wong.
Sim Sandhu.
William Wong.
Jack Wu.
Rina Chen.
Sean Jiang.
Ujia Zhang.
Runit Tiwari.
Chang Jun Peng.
Ashwin Shrivasta.
Yu Pan.
Samir Agarwala.
Chen Shi He.
Amin Tomoy.
Shui Shan Liu.
Yilin Sim.
Run Peng.
Nichen Zhou.
Hao Xuan Shan.
Cheng Zhou.
Lue Yu Wong.
Jad Beidun.
Andrew Sachs.
Yufei Zhu.
Jonathan Tom.
Alexandria Pollock.
Joshua Kolowski.
Zhenhang He.
Peter Stafoulis.
Xianglong Li.
Yu Xuan Cao.
Yun Hanyan.
Sida Zhong.
Ming Zhuang.
Vijay Sharma.
Keifan Zhou.
Rajas Gupta.
Amir Barbaris.
Karthik Valam.
Patrick Nagy.
Safik Konarura.
Haji Kin.
Priyank Patel.
Hui Zi.
Anish Pavaskar.
Jeremy Du.
Jason Yu.
Liu Yang.
Bruce Wei.
George Yang.
Michael Gustala.
Hao Chen Zhang.
William Cooley.
Fu Han Shen.
Akish Mululi.
Justin Peng.
Yi Yuan Xiao.
Jillian Liu.
Si Yi Chen.
Daniel Zheng.
Wei Yi Wang.
Helen Go.
Ronnie Lin.
Cesar Mu.
Prafika Remaya.
Kevin Zhao.
Ayunish Pantrapiti.
Chen Yan Zhang. Congratulations. Okay. Chu Rongji. Zilin Zhang. Ling Jitsun. Kei Liao. Congratulations. Neil Gunahmi. Congratulations. Ruvi Shah. Congratulations. Naina Garg. Congratulations. Wenyi Tui. Last but not least, Ivan Paulo Roman.
Let's hear it one more time for the class of 2022. Thank you very much to our name announcers. Now, before the singing of the university's alma mater, the yellow and blue, let's take your class photo. No, not you, not you. The mic's not on. Just do it right here. We'll improvise.
Okay, everyone. We need you to look up, smile big. On the count of 3, we'll take your class photo. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Following the singing of the alma mater, please remain in your seats until the platform party has left the stage. Then please make use of all the available exits when leaving Chrysler Center. The southwest, the northwest, and the northeast exits are available to all guests. Anyone using a wheelchair or with other special mobility needs is asked to proceed to the northeast or southwest exit. Please follow the direction of the event team members stationed around the arena to find the nearest exit. Now, as you are able, please remain or keep standing, or stand if you are able, for the alma mater. You'll find the words at the back of your program.
Thank you.